Hey y'all, good morning. So I got an early story time, y'all. These people shaking my head. So this one is work related because I goes to work yesterday. Normally I leave at my normal time so I can get there I get there on time, but then I'll get out like within the grace period. We have a 5-minute grace period, so I always usually clock in like at 03, something like that, right? So I get there early as normal, like 59. We've got to be there by 8 o'clock. And I see several employees standing in the parking lot talking and chit-chatting. I always allow them to go in, then I go in so I can have my peace, because I feel like a lot of them gather around me when I be clocking in. And you already know, as being in a situation, you don't like a lot of presence around people around you. And it'd be like a lot of them, like, some of them are good people and some of them are not. So some of them are morning people, so they want to chit chat. And me, I'm the type of person, I got to step into my environment, because I already know that each day can be different. I can have a good day today or not, because of other people tactics, not because of me not wanting to have a good day. So I allow myself to have that morning peace and prayer to myself for the 3 minutes as soon as I pull up in the parking lot. Long story short, these employees walk in, they clock in, I come in, and I have a supervisor, a secretary, and this other lady that just helps out around the office saying, "Oh, you can't clock in. You can't clock in." And I'm sitting here like, why? It's like, "Oh, you got to sign these papers before you clock in." I said, me or everybody got to sign? Everybody got to sign them. But with an attitude, and I'm looking like, okay, so why can't I clock in? Because she said that the manager said that we got to have you guys sign these because we had a meeting previously. I said, well, per my understanding, the manager said she's going to have everything implemented on Monday. And I said, but once again, I can't clock in? Because she said so. The other girl jumped and said, because she said so. And I'm looking like, whoa, it's like 3 of y'all talking to me at one time, so I'm confused, and they're loud. It's not like, hey, you guys, you gotta, before you clock in, it's like, hold up, don't. It's like, soon as I came in, though, it was like lights, cameras, action, right? And I'm sitting here, but they didn't know that I seen the other employees, because when I pull up, they be thinking that I don't see nothing, that I probably was in the parking lot. I was like, well, you just let those 5 other employees clock in without signing anything, and why do I have to do it? Because I'm starting to call people out, because the bias intense that happens in the workplace is unbelievable and it's unreal. And I used to not say nothing, but I'm at the point like I have to speak up. If I get fired for speaking up, oh well. Back, in the beginning, I was all, oh Jesus, oh woe was me. I was not gonna speak up. I'm just gonna let them just do me wrong. No, we can't have that mentality anymore, because we are good, genuine people. We don't deserve you to treat me like that. And it's making me emotional, because you like, I'm really good to you. I respect you. I do that. So just because someone tell you to mistreat me, you gonna do it? That's the part that's baffling to me, to see how people, no matter how good you are to them, how respectable you are to them, if someone come in there and say, I need you to do this to this person to ruffle their feathers, they will do it and forget all the good that you've been doing. So I'm looking at them like, oh my God. Like me and the other girl, I was like, oh my God, I'm so nice to you. When I see you, I'm like, oh, thank you for being so sweet. She was a really sweet lady. That's why I was like, oh no, she didn't. She was the one doing all of this, right? And so I tell her about herself, and they don't even understand the magnitude of knowledge that you be having. I'm like, if it's work related, I have to clock in. What do you mean? That's what I'm thinking to myself. What is she talking about? I have to clock in like that. And so I didn't clock in. I signed the papers, and then I clocked in. The thing that I think they're trying to do is they're trying to make me go past my grace period, because in the meeting, let me tell you what they would say. Oh, excessive tardiness, excessive lateness, stuff like that. They was like, oh, that's going to cause problems and all this, right? It is so. And they're going to start firing people. We're trying to get rid of a lot of people. That's what they're saying. And they're not just messy to me as a target. They're messy to a couple of people. It's just their environment, period. I don't even think it's like, oh, because you're a target. They're just messy, period. They just don't like each other. It's like, it's really like good against evil in there. They really just be doing stuff to each other, like the Hunger Games in here. And I promise you, it's not just because I'm a target, because I see them do stuff to each other, and I be looking like, you was just at lunch with her. Now you over there talking about her. I'm so confused. What's going on in my mind? But back to the story. So then I tell her like, hey, okay, I signed the paper, go clock in, and I let her know what I wouldn't. I said, but you just let all them 5 wait. I waited till she got into her office, because I'm not going to be ghetto like she was and holler in front of everybody. And I gave her my opinion. I said, you just let all those people clock in without signing the paper. So why are you pulling only me to the side? Oh, because I didn't know, and stuff like that, right? And then so I'm looking like, how you didn't know? When did this happen? When did you figure that you had to have this paper signed? And then she's like, oh, well, they told me that I had to have it signed. Well, actually, the manager didn't tell me. I said, but when you was yelling at me, you said it was per manager orders. Now you're telling me that the manager didn't tell you that. And she goes, no, another staff told me that she thinks that, she said the word is think, that we had to have it signed today. I said, but it wasn't the manager. She goes, no. I said, because the reason why she's explaining to me, I said, so if I go tell the manager today that you're having me sign documents off the clock, which you're not supposed to do, she's going to say she told you to do that. Then she turned around and said, no. This is what I'm dealing with, y'all. She said, no, she didn't. Another staff told me that we're supposed to have this signed by today. I said, no. When I was in the meeting, I heard Monday. You should have clarified that with her, because if I go ask and tell her I felt harassed and you're making me do stuff off of work, you can get in trouble for that. I said, but I'm not going to go that deep with you. I'm just letting you know, when you come to me, please don't falsify information in the likeness of what you want to do based off how you feel and based off how your opinion. I said, and I don't like it when all 3 of you guys came to me. Why did it take 3 people to tell one person that, and only one of you guys is in a supervisor position? And I told the other girl, as a matter of fact, call her in the office. So I called her in the office and I said, next time a supervisor is talking to me, I don't feel that it's okay for you to get involved unless we are asking you something. And then she said, okay. But that's just how the story ended. It ended okay, where it's so far they so-called agreed to, okay, we just not gonna do it. And I said, and that's a trigger for me when it's like 3 people talking to me at one time aggressively. I can see if you guys was talking in a calm manner, but y'all, as soon as the door opened, they start yelling at me. I said, it was a yell. Oh, well, I talk loud normally. No, you don't. You talk loud when you're trying to say something to somebody long distance. This lady don't always talk loud. She has a very soft voice. So that's why I was like, no, you don't. But okay. And I walked out because I found myself getting mad. But the moral of the story is, it's time to speak up. They already threatening your job anyway, so what you gonna lose? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I know we need our little jobs. It's hard to get another job, but I feel like God got you covered, where it's like, God, okay, if these people get rid of me, please send me to my next journey. That means my time is up. God is going to keep you where he wants to keep you, period. That's it. All right, talk to you guys soon. Please keep your head up. Have a good day. Don't let nobody mess your day up, because you control that environment like I controlled mine, period.